What's going on YouTube? This is Mason AJ of Comic Book Aficionados. I'm here with John Mcguire of the Gilded Age. And today we're here for Free Comic Book Day at Challenges, Comics, and Games. So let me ask you a question. What is the Gilded Age?
So basically the Gilded Age is about a group of carnival troupe that travels through Europe. And it's made up of stage magician, actresses, a gunfighter who has a steam-powered arm, so he's legitimately the fastest gun in the West. You can't have a carnival without the freaks, so there are freaks there that'll be showing up in a future issue where I want to focus on them. So it really is kind of the gambit of characters, and my hope is that each issue I'm going to focus on different character combinations so I can tell their stories. So if I want to tell a horror story, I can tell it with the freaks maybe.
Okay.
Or if I want to tell an Old West style story, I have a gunfighter that I can tell it with. Or if I want to tell kind of a heist story, well, that was issue 1. So it's kind of it allows me to do whatever I want to do. So selfishly, it's nice in that regard.
Okay, but still, it's still focused happening in a steam-powered meets magic world.
Yeah, absolutely, and a lot of that is just because of kind of that time that you're talking about is where industry is beginning to take over. We've gotten all this new technology that is starting up, but I also feel like that's the end of where we believe in magic. So it's these two worlds that are kind of butting heads, and you don't know which one's going to come out on top. Okay. So we're kind of at that cusp, that age where it's a cusp of what could happen, what was happening.
Okay, I see. What led you to create the Gilded Age?
Well, I had an artist did a picture of a steampunk style cowboy with a steam powered arm, and I needed a pitch for him, and so it just got the wheels moving of this world kind of on the cusp of the late 1800s, early 1900s, and basically just this traveling carnival of these misfits. So, I could focus on individual characters and really tell the character story as opposed to worrying about all the trappings of the world and what's going on and everything. So
now the Aficionados have been a huge fan of the Gilded Age. We're a fan of anything coming out of Tournaments Media right now. Now I have to ask you, the Magician is actually my favorite character, and he's the whole reason why Gilded Age is my favorite book. But he's such a controversial character.
Jackass.
I was trying to be polite, but yeah, we're going to go with that term. What led you to make that character in that particular fashion over the standard nice guy magician?
Well, I think that part of it was just the story is really focused on Hannah, and her kind of naivety of how the world really works. And this is a guy who sees that as somewhere that he can exploit. Because it boils back down to what's best for him. He likes to be in the limelight. He likes to be the center of attention. So to me, that's not a hard stretch to say that he's kind of an ego, not a maniac necessarily, but he's got a big ego, certainly. So
he's just I'm the greatest of all the time. I'm the most prettiest person there is in the world. Look at me. How could you not like me?
Basically, I mean, I think that the ability to manipulate people on from the stage just is transferred almost directly to her, where he's able to somewhat manipulate her to do things that he wants done or needs done.
Okay. Now, do you have any other books that are coming out that we should be on the lookout for? Any other projects that's happening right now?
Well, we have the second issue of Terminus Team Up I wrote, which takes place in the Gilded Age world.
Okay.
It's a time travel story, basically, where
time travel.
Yeah. So the main character, she works a deal with kind of the Tony Stark of that time.
Okay.
And she'll take him to various places in time so that he can see these things. As a scientist, he wants to interact or whatever. And but there's there's a softer story in there as well. It's not just about the dinosaurs.
Is it a love story?
There is a little bit of a love story.
There's a little bit of a love story, right?
A little bit.
But that appeals to the romantic in all of us, because everyone wants to fall in love.
Exactly.
But be sure to check out these books. We here at the Aficionados, we have read all these books. We've read Route 3, we read The Gilded Age, we've read Radio Free America, and we love everything about it. If you want to go to their Facebook and like them, and be sure to check what everything that's coming out on a monthly basis or on a bi-monthly basis with these books. Once again, this is Mason AJ of Comic Book Aficionados. I'm standing here with
John Mcguire.
Tune in next time.
All the tools that Batman uses out of his utility belt, everyone else can do automatically.
Hey, Superman, I used my sound device to listen in on the perps. I know where they're going to be.
I can already do that. I can do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No worries. I'll use my laser pointer beam to get through the keyhole so
No,
we
I
can
can
get
already
inside.
do that too. Yeah, I can do that.
Oh yeah, you do have those things, don't you? Okay. I'm Batman.